What is up, guys? How are you guys doing today? I am back here with another video of Technology Tech. This is how you guys know I just made a second channel called Car Reviews. I'll be doing just talking about cars on that live stream, on that YouTube channel. As you guys see by the title, I'm going to be talking about why you should not just stop hating Apple, okay? Stop hating on Apple. I'm going to tell you the reasons why. Because it doesn't matter where you go, wherever it's iPhone versus Android, there's always hate on the iPhone. There's always jokes on the iPhone. And I feel like it's a serious issue. It needs to stop. So, let's talk about it. I'm going to tell you guys why Apple is such a great company. Let's talk about the Apple Watch first. Do you know that the Apple Watch has saved multiple people's lives? If you don't believe me, go watch all those videos. I heard about this man, he was wearing this Apple Watch. He had a heart attack and he didn't know that, and he had to go get to the hospital. So, and this Apple Watch told him about your heart, something's wrong with your heart, you should go see doctors, and that's what he did, and that saved his life. And that's just not him, it's multiple people that have had their Apple Watch to save their life. So that's really good that Apple created the Apple Watch, because if Apple didn't create the Apple Watch, that could have been at risk for their lives. So I'm really happy that Apple created the Apple Watch. Next thing is Apple donated a lot of money for COVID-19, and not just money. They also donated 10 million masks around the world. Now you're probably saying, oh, I didn't get a mask. Listen, Apple only donated this to the homeless people. Homeless people that are in shelters and stuff that need masks, Apple donated to them. So that's really good that Apple is a great company that they did that. And some people keep talking about Apple is behind in tech. I am so sick of you people talking about Apple is behind in tech. Apple is not behind in tech. Listen, if it's any company that's behind in tech, it's Google. They still don't have an ultra-wide camera in 2020. So if it's any company, it's Google that's behind in tech. Apple is not behind in tech. They have the latest cameras, latest everything. The only thing that they behind in is displays. They still using 60 hertz in 2020. But it don't even matter because they come in with 120 hertz for the iPhone 12 lineup this year, so it don't even matter. So, yeah, so stop hating on Apple. Apple makes great products. Apple makes the iPhone 11 Pro and iPhone 11 Pro Max. All Apple products that you get are gonna be made out of good quality. What I mean by good quality, meaning you don't have to buy another one after that. Like sometimes when you buy a product, it may start to mess up over time. You may have to buy another one over and over again. That's not the use with Apple products. When you buy an Apple product, you only have to buy it one time. After that, you're good. It's not gonna mess up. It's not gonna mess up over time because it has great build quality. No matter what Apple product you get, it's gonna have great build quality. The iPhone SE2 is only $400, and it has great specs for the money. Some people say the iPhone SE2 is old. Listen, y'all people don't understand. The iPhone SE2 is a great phone for only $400. You talking about it got an IP rating, meaning it's water resistant. It has wireless charging. It has glass front and back. It has aluminum borders, which means really good quality. It has great camera. It has great portrait modes of the iPhone 11. It has the internals of the iPhone 11. Dual speakers. The only few things I don't like about the iPhone SE2 is the screen is a little bit too small for me. The bezels are a little bit too big. And also, the iPhone SE2 only has a 1,821 milliamp battery. That's entirely too small battery for me. Apple could have made that battery a little bit bigger. But other than that, the iPhone SE2 is a great device. If you buy the iPhone SE2, just make sure you don't use your phone as much. That's all I gotta say. Next thing, the iPhone 11 is also a great device. The iPhone 11 is only $700. Now there are some gripes that I had about the iPhone 11. It's LCD display for $700. That's entirely too much. Plus only 720p resolution. Plus it only has a 5-watt charger. But you have to think of the good sides of the iPhone 11 that the OnePlus 8 just doesn't have. The iPhone 11 is water resistant. The iPhone 11 got glass on the front and back and has aluminum borders. The iPhone 11 has a wide and ultra wide camera that shoot 4K. The iPhone 11 has dual speakers. And the iPhone 11 bezels aren't even that big either. Yeah, it is pretty bigger than some other phones, but it ain't. We're not going to call the iPhone 11 speakers like really big. The iPhone 11 bezels, it's not that bad. But overall, the iPhone 11, when you get the iPhone 11, it's gonna have great battery life. It's gonna have great speakers. It's gonna have a great camera. The main things you expect out of a phone these days: great camera, great speakers, everything. Now, display is horrible, so don't think you're gonna get a good display. But most people that buy the iPhone 11 don't even care about the display. Most people are gonna be worried. Most people are gonna be worrying about the camera being good, because that's most people that care about iPhones. When they see an iPhone, they oh, the camera good. Yes, of course, because all iPhone cameras are great. Even that $400 iPhone SE 2. Then the iPhone 11 Pro, the Pro Max. Those are Apple's flagship devices. Stainless steel border, matte finish on the back. Most phones don't even have that. Matte finish on the back. OLED display on the front. They shoot at 1080p. They ain't the highest resolution in the world, but hey, 1080p is good enough for most people. Dual speakers, 18-watt fast charging, wide ultra-wide telephoto lens that shoot up to 4K, up to 120 frames per second. What else do you need? IP68, 4 meters in the water. What else do you need out of Apple? What does Apple need to add? They have all the latest tech. The only thing they're behind on, they still don't have reverse wireless charge. Yeah, they still don't have a high refresh rate. It don't matter because Apple's gonna fix that this year with the iPhone 12 lineup. Yeah, Apple still don't have USB Type-C, but don't matter because Apple's going straight portless with the iPhone 13. So, yeah. So I'm saying, guys, stop hating on Apple. Apple is a really good company. Don't stop hating on Apple. Even their MacBooks are great computers. Even though I gripe about they ain't touch screen and stuff, but hey, I guess Apple that company, they don't like touch screens, but I guess that's just Apple. Even their iPads. iPads, in my opinion, one of my favorite Apple products, are really amazing. The iPad 11-inch and 12.9-inch are amazing devices. 120 Hz display. Hey, what else do you expect? Shoot. Fast charging. USB Type-C, USB Type-C on the iPad Pro. So, what else do you expect? Face ID on the iPad. Plus, Apple makes really good cameras on their tablets. So that's amazing. So stop hating on Apple. Apple is a very, 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 very great company. So, stop hating on Apple because they're a really great company. So yeah, that's just a video that I have to have today. So let me know down below, what is your favorite Apple product? Because in my opinion, I love the iPad, I love the Apple Watch, I love the iPhone. Those are my 3 favorite Apple products. Let me down below. But in my opinion, guys, one more thing. In my opinion, one thing that I'll have to say, one Apple product I have to say that needs some work on, which is an Apple product that I did a video on the other day, is the HomePod. Oh my God. Apple, you need to do some improvements on the HomePod. Siri was rated the most dumbest voice assistant it is, but it's crazy because the Siri is the most used voice assistant. But guys, Apple needs to do some work on the HomePod. The HomePod cannot do a lot of stuff, and Apple is charging $350 for that HomePod. The iPhone SE 2 is a better value than the HomePod. So, guys, just leave them, forget to like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below, and I'll try to answer them. See you guys in my next video that I post.